fucking like segment in gym class
for roller skating.
When we were like fucking like 10 or something, you pay like
kids.
$20. Yeah, it was super fucking nice. You pay like $20, and then they just like brought in all these fucking carts of roller skates.
Really?
So every single day in gym class for like a month or something, when you would go to gym, like you would just put on fucking roller skates. Yeah. And you would just fucking, it was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
That's wild.
Yeah.
We didn't have that at all.
Closest thing we had were scooters.
I remember the scooters.
You put your butt
God,
scooters.
my fucking fingers
I remember
hurt just
crushing my fingers.
thinking about those.
Clang.
So fun, though. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Or girls getting their hair caught in them.
Well,
That
they're
was
not
always
athletes.
Well,
It's just funny seeing like those like scooter type things in like workplaces now, and it's like, you expect me not to ride this,
bro, we have chairs at work now that are about this high off the ground. I don't know if they're like for mechanics or some shit, but you're sitting real low on the ground. They're on rollers. They got a little drawer, bro. I feel like I'm back in school, just scooting
Definitely
around on
feel
this
like
thing. It's
mechanics.
great.
They're too high though,
A little high, yeah.
because as the second you get a head of steam going, you
that
fly
center
off.
of gravity goes, yeah.
Those other ones were low. You get down on your belly, fucking Superman. Yeah.
Oh my, dude, you get some fucking speed on
Shit
those
was
things.
scary.
You'll worry a gym teacher about your health.
Yeah.
Crashing into a cinder block wall.
Your buddy has your legs running full speed, pushing you.
There's no way they would still allow those.
I've never heard my sister mention it. So
There's no fucking way.
I wonder, yeah. Because some of that shit was dangerous. Where it
No,
was
because
like,
you would just roll fucking full speed into a cinder block wall.
yeah.
It's also like everything's dangerous. Fucking jump roping with 30 kids in a room, someone's getting hit in the eye.
Yeah. Especially with, like, if they had the padding on the walls and, like, you're pushing your buddy and you're just like, well, bud, you're going into this fucking wall. I'm telling you that right now.
We didn't have no padding.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys didn't have that?
Nah.
We had, like, on...
Cinder block wall.
We had, like, either side of the gym. One side had
in
doors.
high school,
the
we
other...
had that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but underneath the basketball hoops.
Yeah, yeah.
It was cinder block, and then there was like slots in the wall where like the fucking the tables would go that we would eat lunch on.
Really?
So yeah, so you'd either smack into a fucking table or the cinder block.
Did you eat lunch in the gym?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe not so rich after all.
Interesting.
All their money's caught up in roller skates.
Get the money all tied up.
That cafeteria renovation.
We're trying to get
couldn't
these
happen.
kids cultured.
Yeah.
We got to get them roller skating.
Trying to make these kids sexy. Out here fucking line dancing, roller skating.
The principal's like, yes.
That's probably what it
In
was.
the line.
That was the last time the principal was cool, was when he was like backwards roller skating,
Oh
disco
my
shit.
God.
He's like,
like,
guys, we're doing...
You know what? All these other schools are talking about this bullying shit. No, we're going to give these kids confidence. We're going to get them on roller skates.
For real.
We're going to get them going.
What's the best way to keep kids away from drugs? Make them faster than the drug dealers.
Faster than the drug dealers. Faster than the drug dealers. I'm saying it right now. Dude, I remember going to...
I don't smoke, but you can eat my dust.
God, that shit was so fucking cool. That and Heelys. I still have Heelys. I fucking love that
I almost
shit.
bought a pair of Heelys. They're $40 on Amazon.
Yeah, dude, they're cheap as fuck. Cheap as fuck.
When you roll down my driveway, it does look...
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Especially like when you're in a store and you're just like walking by somebody and then they like just walk past them and all of a sudden
And you're gliding
and
past
then
them.
you just stop and then just like, what's up? I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Don't
your
worry.
legs retired? Mine aren't.
I remember being a kid at Disney World and some kid had Heelys and I was like, Ma, I need them. Ma, these things are amazing.
I
Back then they're like
resented them.
$200.
I thought we were rich.
I hated
back
them
then
at the
they were like-
time.
Yeah, back then I'm sure they were expensive.
They have shoes now. I was just looking at them. They're grind shoes. So you know how like people grind a skateboard
Get
on
the
like
fuck you can run.
yeah, it's on like a curb or like
It's
a
like
handrail.
the Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, it's in the center of the shoe. You can like fucking
So I could get
hop
into sword
on
fights
and,
with
like,
people and I
fucking
could catch you with my feet.
Yep.
How cool would that be if you can just run, full blown run, and then just jump on a rail?
It looks
missing-
wild. They're only like $100 some bucks, like
It's
$100
not
bucks.
even the main
It's
thing.
bro.
That's cool as fuck.
Someone comes up to you. They present you with a knife. They say, give me your money. They are looking at your hands, wondering how you're going to try to block it. You fucking intercept the blade with your foot because you have metal shoes
And you
now.
catch it. I would grab the knife.
Possibilities are endless.
And then the beat drops from Samurai Champloo as I beat a man to death with my hands.
grind around him, just punching him.
Your iron souls.
And then he can't see because all the sparks are flying. And that's why
Dude, I saw this one video of this guy. Apparently, there's like a group of people that wear like knee pads with like sliders and like hand slider things, and all they do at skate parks is just run and slide on their knees, and they got like flint so it sparks, and that's their shit. They just run and fucking.
I mean, it sounds kind of cool.
I was gonna say I'm very undecided. This is either like very cool or extremely shitty.
It sounds kind of shitty, but I want to give it the benefit of the doubt.
I want to hear the skaters' take on it.
I was gonna say,
what
if I say this? It's a bunch of people at a skate park skateboarding, and then there's one dude just running down a ramp.
See, that dude's an asshole, just sparking up the place for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that seems like a dude who wants to.
I mean, everybody's sparking up the place. Weed
420.
But no, seriously, why the fuck are you just burning up the fucking skate park?
No, I think it's like flint. So so
this isn't like parkour meets skateboarding.
No.
That's
what I thought.
It's a dude
sparking.
It's a dude probably practicing his slides for when he's at like Comic-Con as this new character.
No, fuck off.
I have no.
Maybe or like
do that on your own.
I'm kind of curious what this looks like. I'll be honest.
You can't be in everyone's way in the place that they're allowed to go because they can't go anywhere else, or else people tell them to fuck off. That's their spot to be. You can't go as a fucking dude who has no spots to be because you're unlikable and be like, but then also not learn how to skate.
No,
it's not like you're trying to like ingratiate yourself. It's like, no, I just like need a place to be, so I got these knee pads and like.
Remember those razor scooters with the flint?
Yeah,
on the
where
back?
you fucking cracked your foot knuckle.
But it had like the flint on the back, so you can press this little brake thing.
New. Have those been around?
I don't know. My neighbor had one.
Is that what those were? I thought those were a brake.
No, they have.
No. One had a brake.
Like the flint.
Okay,
like
so different.
And then one had like a wheelie bar type thing that had like a flint on it that would make sparks as you ride. My neighbor had one, and then the flint ran out. And
man, when people could
never buy
pop the
flint.
scooter off like 3 stairs and then let it swing and land on it, I was like, God damn, is that cool?
My cousin was able to do that shit.
Again,
I never had the balls to jump off shit.
You know what's weird about that shit though?
Same thing with skateboards. I was able to ollie while riding. I was never able to like to jump off stairs or do like curbs or shit. Fuck that.
Well, it's cool when you see someone land it once, but then other times you watch someone not land it 75 times in a row, and you go, oh, so I mean, it's like anything else. Like, it's not the cool. The cool thing is watching someone like not try hard,
right?
Just fucking like pop, spin, and you're like, holy fucking shit! Like, I can remember playing basketball. I don't think you guys went to that park, but like, there's like maybe 6 steps down because like it starts to slant right next to the court, and I mean, just watching basketball, people fucking dying over these.
Oh, like
I mean,
falling over down.
Yeah,
down
I
the stairs?
did develop a good respect. Like, I never thought of them as tough. I'm like, this guy hasn't fucking thought twice about like stopping. Yeah. Fucking 50 falls in, like good
wild
wipeouts.
No, yeah, like a lot of those skate videos. I like when they show like some dude landing some badass trick off like 5 stairs, and it's like, holy fuck, that's crazy. But then like the video's 3 minutes long, and it shows 2.5 minutes of him just eating shit.
Do you remember
it's wipeouts.
Like enough times to where I would be like, no, I'd be done, man. I'd be on the ground in pain or something.
Fuck that shit. Do you remember Scarred?
Scarred.
Yeah. It was like
From
an
Lion
MTV
King.
show.
No.
It literally just showed like skateboard and like just awful fucking accidents.
That was the first time I saw a bone.
Yeah. It was the fucking wildest footage I've ever seen on TV.
No, not that show. Someone skateboarding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God damn. They would literally just be showing bones every fucking day.
Like a broken leg with a bone?
Yeah, just the bone sticking out.
I've seen those videos, yeah. I remember videos of like, I think it was on Tosh, where some dude like tried to do some shit on a bike and he fucked up. And then he's just on the ground and he picks his leg up and his leg is just just bending.
I
He's
can't do the legs.
Screaming. It fucking crazy.
I can't do the calf ones.
That one's wild.
Oh yeah, the big bones.
Yeah.
Oh, when people break their femur and shit.
Yo,
like,
apparently
just put me down like a horse.
Dude, I learned something. Apparently when you break a femur, the muscles are so strong in your leg that it makes like if your bone snaps like this way, the muscles pull it like this way, and it makes the bone all fucked up because your muscles like tense up because it doesn't have the bone to like hold it together or some shit. So they got to put your leg in like this stretcher to like reset everything. Isn't that fucked up?
I hope I don't break my leg.
No, hey. be wild.
Do you know when you get a kidney transplant, they don't take out the old one?
Really?
So you have
Just
3
sits
in
there?
there?
Yeah. My friend, he's
Has
got
3 kidneys.
3 now. And then my
Spoiled.
other friend, his wife, has 5.
5?
That's just greedy.
5
How do you get 5
kidneys.
I thought that list is hard to get to the top.
Oh, she got 1, but then like the other 2 were like family.
Imagine just asking your friends, "Hey man, I need another."
It's the 3rd time this week.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, I talked to him.
What happened? It just stops working?
I mean, like they just got like shitty kidneys. I'm not like.
You had to go to your friend
of,
later saying, "I need another one because your kidneys suck."
You know how they, like, you were telling that story about that lady got the arm and then...
Yeah.
Or I guess
cadaver bone.
Well, you know how people get, like, a heart or different organs and they have, like, memories from that person?
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
I've heard
No.
about that.
Oh,
yeah.
we'll
that's
talk about-
fucking.
Where they take on like a persona.
We'll talk about that in a second. But usually it's a stranger, so then they go to the family and they're like, does this mean anything to you? And then they're like, that was his favorite thing, you know, shit like that. What if when they go to people's friends for a kidney, they're sitting there and they're like, that bitch hates my fucking guts.
She does.
Yeah, she did fucking...
She did fuck my ex.
Exactly, yeah, shit like that.
She did. I
Yeah.
have memories of it. Confronts him later.
That lying bitch.
No, you gave me your kidney,
You gave me your kidney for clout.
Yeah, you asshole. To make you feel better about myself.
So you have something over me for the rest of my days.
You dumb.
I'll always owe you. That's the only reason you did this shit.
You bitch.
Could you imagine having 5 or 3 extra organs?
It's a lot of extra weight.
I wonder when you take mushrooms if your body is like, what is happening? Because I feel so like aligned and like I can feel everything. So I wonder if you're just like, ugh.
He says he feels it. I haven't talked
The
to my
3
buddy's
extra
wife,
organs.
but like the guy who's got the 1, he's like,
Oh.
yeah, no, I straight up feel it. Like you can see it because he's so skinny. Like you see like the extra fucking kidney.
I
in
mean,
there.
yeah, I guess there's not a lot of extra cavities and
Yeah.
spots to put
Why
a
don't they
fucking
remove
thing.
it?
I don't know.
Maybe it's more trouble than it's worth. Like
I have
leads
no
to
idea.
complications or whatever.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I guess you got to do a bunch of stuff anyway to get the other one involved. So I don't fucking know.
That's wild.
But like I was just thinking, like, is like the track still there? So they just like add onto the track. They don't like take out like the kidney and like put in a
They
new
give
one.
It's like a
one mega
diverter.
kidney.
It's
Right.
like a divert. You know, they divert it through the old kidney to see if it still does anything, and then they send it through
It's
the new
got
one.
a little juice left.
Yeah.
Let it work.
It's like a cow's stomach.
The light's still on.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's good.
Cow's stomach was good.
Cow stomach. They got multiple stomachs.
4 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Fucked up.
Cows are crazy. Cows are fucking crazy.
A divine
though.
creature.
I saw some shit where
No response.
I'm a good Catholic. I don't know what the fuck you're
Yeah.
talking about with that shit.
yeah.
The only cow I know is the one in Jesus' manger. It's the only animal I give a fuck about.
The cow in his
But Jesus stands for the sun.
Well, yeah. How much time we got?
13 minutes.
All right, brother. So the remainder of the podcast will be explaining to you how... You know how every religion we all, like, kind of... We, like, can break it down into, like, it's all similar. And then Christianity kind of seems like... There's Christianity, Judaism, and Islam.
The Abrahamic religion.
Yeah, those are those 3. And I never really thought that those, like, super broke down the same way, how you could look at, like, Hindu and Sumerian, like, oh, they all have, like, you know, how the shit we do in our free time, you know, like, they just kind of, like, break down on, like, a scale you can...
Yeah, they're all like the same.
They're all like relatable, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I never realized Jesus...
Jesus full blown has the exact same origin story as like 50 other gods.
Born on Christmas.
Born on Christmas, born on December 24th, born of a virgin mother with the star to the east, the star being Sirius.
The dog star.
Started his ministry
No.
his ministry at age 30, traveled with 12 men /
12.
apostles,
Plus 1. 13.
performing
12?
miracles. He was crucified,
12.
buried for 3 days, and resurrected. This shares the furthest back one is Horus from Egyptian times. And then you got Attis from Greece, Mithra from Persia, Krishna from India, Dionysus from Greece. And then there's plenty more. But
Yeah, it's not a new story.
No, not at all. I always thought Christianity had just gotten, like, so far removed. It was just... Because they always say it's like... Yeah, it's like shit stories people told, then they wrote it down, like, way later. So I was just thought it was like fucked up for that reason, not for
But the entire thing,
reason.
but the entire thing is just a ripoff of the Egyptian like religion of the sun, where Jesus is just legit like the Son of God, S-U-N, where he's literally just the sun up in the sky.
Yeah, he wasn't a man.
Oh,
bro,
they're talking about the sun.
So listen to this shit. With his origin story, so December 24th he was born, Virgin Mother, Star of the East Sirius, the whole three wise men thing.
Ever heard of Orion's belt?
On December 25th. So on December 20th,
Men in Black.
Yeah. So exactly. So
Thank you.
On December 25th, the sun, or on December 24th, the sun is at its lowest part. At the 25th, it starts rising again. Right?
On the 24th.
On that day,
it stops moving though. Or it appears to stop moving.
On the 22nd to the 24th, it stops moving.
Yeah.
Okay, but
at 23rd is the solstice or whatever.
From the 22nd to the 24th, so the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th, those 3 days, the sun is at its lowest point in the sky,
and it looks like it's just hanging.
It stops moving. It stops moving south, and then on the 25th, it starts rising again, showing that it's going to be warmer. Spring is coming.
Rests for 3 days, and then rises.
It rests for 3 days, and then the sun rises again. The constellation above that, while that's happening, is the crux, which is a cross. So the sun falls for 3 days, dies on the cross, and then is reborn on the 25th. On the 25th, that would be like the birth of the sun. During that time, Sirius is right here. And it's followed by Orion's belt. The ancients called it the Three Kings. So the Three Kings follow the bright star Sirius to the birth, to the rise of the sun, the birth of the sun. Isn't that fucked up?
I mean, it's
the 12 apostles, the 12 zodiacs.
Right, but I mean, if you're in fucking like Egypt and it's a great fucking system and this religion's working out, it's like, fuck this shit, man. I'm going to India, or I'm going to Greece, or I'm going to Persia. I'm going to put my own twist on the story. I'm going to start my own goddamn religion.
But then it also makes
fucking these
Addis.
But then it makes you all the top ones are. That's what all the top ones are.
Yeah.
Jesus is different because it gets
manipulated. But then it makes you wonder if they literally just made these, like all these people have these exact same stories, but maybe they made these stories much how we remember like PEMDAS, that like for
please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Exactly. Maybe they put a story
personify
to how the equinoxes and how the sun rises and how it starts rising on the 25th. Maybe they put a story to all of this just so they can remember that shit.
So all those top ones aren't a guy going around like tweaking it. That's what Jesus. Jesus was. That was them being like, we could fucking make a fortune on these idiots if we just tell them this was like a man or whatever. Like that shit. I think is everyone just being like looking up at the same sky.
That was once Constantine got a hold of it, and they changed it all to control the people of Rome. But before that, all it was just describing the new age.
Is that what point they wrote it down?
That's when, in the Council of Nicaea, I think, he changed a bunch of stuff in, like, the New Testament or some shit.
So it was written down before then?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Especially, like, the Old Testament with, like, Joseph. Joseph is just Jesus in the Old Testament.
You know how the Jews blow that horn?
Bro, yeah. The ram's horn.
During Jericho?
No, they blow a horn like for religious things. I know what it's called, and every time I need to know
it,
I
you said it last time. So the Jews blow the ram horn. That's because the age that Jesus is in, which is the age right now, is Pisces, the 2 fish. That's why Jesus fed men with fish and bread. That's why when he was when he turned 30 and he was starting his monastery, he met 2 fishermen, because it's just the age of Pisces. The age before that was the ram, which is represented by Moses. That's why when Moses was coming down Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments and they were worshiping the bull stood for the age before that, Taurus.
So everyone looks at it as like, they were worshiping a false god. It's like, no, it wasn't a false god, false idol. It was, they were looking at that time when they need to be looking at this
because when the new age is coming, you have to shed the old age and start with the new age. So Moses stands for the ram, which is Aries, and that was the age before Jesus and all this shit. That's why the Jews don't fuck with Jesus, because that age ended 1 AD.
Yeah, Yeah.
After death, the new age then starts.
Gotta respect the Jews for keeping it OG.
Right?
They were like, listen, we know.
And that's why they blow the ram's horn. The crown of thorns on Jesus' head, sun rays.
So what age are we in now?
Pisces.
We're still in Pisces?
Remember how, like, in the
Till
70s, they thought it was, like, the age of Aquarius or whatever?
Till 2150.
That's when it actually is.
2150.
And it's funny because in the Bible,
And then we get a new God?
I don't know.
Well, that's what
probably
Jesus
have to
was
stick
saying.
with it.
Everyone thinks it's, like, the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the age. It's,
You guys
like, another mistranslation. He's saying, I'm going to be with you until the end of the age, because he is the age. You know, he's the age of Pisces.
So when all of these people think the end of the world is coming, it's just a mistranslation. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of days. It's the end of the age.
And how could he be with you past that if he is the age?
Yeah. And that's why, you guys ready for a Bible verse? Luke 22:10. When the disciples asked Jesus where the last Passover will be, he says, "Behold, when ye entered into the city, there shall be a man that meets you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth." Meaning, move on to the next age. The next age is Aquarius. He's pictured with a pitcher of water.
That's literally a sign. It's a man bearing water.
So all he's saying, where people think the fucking world is going to end, all he's saying is, no. It just means at 2150, when this age ends, we're going to move into Aquarius, and we have to shed the old age and move on with the next thing.
You know where you'll know the ram's horn from? In Wet Hot American Summer, when he's like, it feels really good that my girlfriend got me something special, and everyone's like, yeah, Donna's giving out shofars to everybody. Yeah, they're having like a dick fight with it. It's a Jewish summer camp.
Funny.
Yeah, that's what a shofar is.
That's really funny.
Symbolizes beauty and trust. Shofar.
I love that. I thought
There you go.
That makes that so much better now.
Here's another
Give
crazy.
that to everybody.
Here's another crazy thing. Moses was the lawbringer. That's why he had the 10 Commandments. There was plenty of other lawbringers before that, and it goes all the way back to Egypt. So listen to these people. From India, Crete, and Egypt, the people were called Manu, Minos, and Mises. Mises? And then Moses.
I know Aminos.
It's all the fucking...
Yeah, Greek.
I got Aminos in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all just fucking... Look at...
You think I never met a Dionysus?
They never met them? Come on. But no, it's just all rehashes of the same fucking name.
So, couple questions.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll have more than
What
enough answers.
god, Roman god or Greek god is Pisces associated with?
Greeks?
Because you said that Moses was what now?
Moses was the ram, Aries.
Aries.
He signified the ram.
So what does Jesus and Pisces represent for the gods? Or what god?
Oh, is like if you go back to like Roman times?
Right. Like
I don't know. That's a good question.
Rome's on bullshit, though. Rome is when they get to thinking like, we could just own everything,
Yeah, we could just own everything.
We could just like not be good because like,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the point
we
where
could control these people.
I wonder if that's like the sliding scale where it's like it's far away enough from like them knowing that all this shit is real. You know, like they're like, I've never fucking seen like one of these fucking gods or whatever.
Jupiter is the principal
Here's a
lord of
picture.
Pisces. Well, Venus has a prominent position in this zodiac sign.
Look at this.
I don't know if that means anything.
I don't know.
Maybe the planet Venus shows up as that or in that constellation or some shit every now and then.
This is where the timeline gets important because I don't know like what Greek era we're talking about.
Pisces
you'll like
is
this.
associated
Watch this
with
shit.
Poseidon.
Have you ever seen? So here's the zodiac, right? All these crosses stand for the equinoxes.
Mm-hmm.
This circle thing stands
And
for
the
sun.
solstices.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. This circle stands for the sun, and that's why it has the sun rays and shit. If you isolate some of this,
Oh, Nick,
You
what
ever-
do you think sun rays look like? Perhaps a crown of thorns.
look at this. If you isolate some of this shit, have you ever seen that cross with the circle? That's not for Christianity. That's a pagan symbol that represents the cross as the zodiac.
4 seasons.
So up next, we got the goat, is what you're saying.
No.
It's not like going in a line. It's water bear and then goat, right?
Well, water bear's next.
The procession of the equinox,
So
I think.
we're in Pisces and then next is water bearer. Next is Water
Yeah,
World?
it goes
Water bear.
It goes opposite. I think the procession of
What
the
kind of
ages.
Fucking zodiac sign is Water Bearer.
Aquarius.
I thought Aquarius is the one before the Water Bearer.
No, it's the same. Aquarius is water bear.
What is fishes?
Fishes is Pisces.
Ram?
Yeah, Ram, which was Moses. The Jews were worshiping the bull. That's when Moses came down because they were moving from this age into this age. He then had all that bullshit. And then 1 AD happens. We move into Pisces, which is the era of Jesus. And then when this age ends, we're going to move into the water bear, which is Aquarius.
And look
the
how
fishes are not Aquarius. The
No,
Water Bearer
no.
is Aquarius.
fish
No.
is Pisces, twins.
That's why the fish show up so many times in Jesus' story. He meets the two fishermen.
the Jesus
He
fish.
feeds people with fish. The Jesus fish. When Jesus is in the fish, all those bullshit stickers.
Graham Hancock's talked about that.
Really?
I'm just confused on the Water Bearer. I've never like what's your sign? Water
Virgo.
Bearer.
Oh.
Well, they say Aquarius. Water bearer is like the personification of it. Is when they're telling the story. They're saying, look for the water bearer. The symbol for Aquarius is a man bearing water.
It's because
That's why no one ever references it that way. They're just, Aquarius.
It's because the zodiacs, they anthropomorphized them. They turn them into people.
The PEMDAS thing.
Yes, exactly.
Native American
Okay,
shit. Like,
okay,
we don't write
okay,
shit down.
okay,
We just
okay.
tell stories. You know, how are you going to expect someone to remember, like, these 3 stars move over there? Don't write that down, but remember it.
And then
Like-
you go back a couple more ages, and it really makes you wonder.
The age of Leo.
The age of Leo, the Sphinx.
The lion statue.
Was this all born during the Sphinx? Did that?
Oh, the other thing about the Jesus thing, Virgin Mary. What's more likely, that a fucking virgin gave birth that many times, or that it came from the Virgo star sign? That's like where the shit came from.
Virgo the Virgin.
Virgo to Virgin.
But yeah,
You hit me with a lot at once. I'll be honest.
isn't that interesting? And that's why when you see this, it shows a dude as the sun, and that's why when I'm sure you've seen it. I remember being in Catholic school, and they would show like Jesus and like his
It's got like his head in a circle.
his apostles, his head in a circle.
Yeah.
And from a kid, I would ask these teachers, I go, why is his head in, what is that circle? And they would go, oh, it's a halo. And as a kid, I was like, that's not a fucking halo.
Yeah, 'cause you got next to
Like-
angels with
like,
halos.
there's a
Different.
halo. That's a halo with the thing above their head. That's not a fucking halo.
Listen, Goku has a halo. I know what a halo is.
All that was just it was an older symbolization of when Jesus's head is on that thing with the circle. It's just him being the sun. Like, it's his head on the zodiac.
And then when you think about what makes more sense, that humanity should give worship to the child that the invisible God made a lady give birth to. Like, humanity's praise and devotion and love should all be paid back to this like random person, or the sun that provides all warmth and life and opportunity for us to thrive on this planet. Like, everything we have is thanks to the sun. Food, nourishment, like everything.
So Jesus is the sun god?
It's the sun god. Ra, baby.
That's it.
Rah, baby.
That's all they did. They fucking rehashed that shit.
Listen, we can watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I don't
We
get,
can watch Ra.
if they would just present religion in this way, I feel like there wouldn't be much
It's
of an
not
issue with
organized,
bullshit.
though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Right, that's the thing. If you don't have like a structured fucking, even people that are organized, look at Graham Hancock and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's published, got multiple books, and like will go and debate people, but people still be like, nah.
he's got a Rogan debate scheduled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
When the
overlook-
fuck is all this
Massive,
shit
yeah,
happening?
but-
Fucking Randall Carlson's supposed to be on there. That ain't fucking happening.
I need Randall to go on with that.
Yeah, is this what happened? Did this shit get shut down?
God.
He pulled the trigger too early.
Jamie.
Jamie, give me the sacred HDMI cord.
God.
Shit was crazy. But yeah, no, this was my day for this was my week in this fucking bullshit.
We got to get a good timeline down.
I
'cause
love
Nick
I
does
love
have a
the
good
last
point.
bulletin. The entire Christian religion is a ripoff of the Egyptian god Horus.
It is. It's so crazy. Dude, literally in one of the temples, which I hope we get to go fucking see one day. One of the temples is literally the entire like It's
Temple of Man.
No, it's a different town. I think it's the Temple of Luxor. It's in that one.
That one's all. Yeah.
Yeah, it shows Horus's immaculate conception and then his entire story, and it's laid out exactly like Jesus.
Like good old Jesus.
Like the exact same thing. Like it's
so much shit with the Father and the Son, and then this and that.
It's all the same shit.
Wild.
And as we all know,
here we are fucking murdering each other. His name's Abraham. His name's Jesus.
Yeah, it's like
I guess it just gets to the point where there's more money in that, though.
Because once you get people involved. Because
once the Romans like got a hand of it, got like their hands on it, and like they changed everything, and like the Vatican started controlling everything. That's the
snowball started.
From that point, we then go into the Dark Ages, which then leads into the Crusades, which then leads into all this other bullshit. It's like
the Renaissance, where like we rediscover things, act like we discovered them. It's like, oh, look how good this painting is. But like Egypt has fucking perfect sculptures. Like,
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can fucking cut them in half and put them on top of each other, and they're perfect.
Yeah, this lady fucking drew a girl with half a smile, and everyone's losing their shit. Nothing against Da Vinci. I love anyone named after a Ninja Turtle, but
it makes you wonder, because if this is all bullshit, if this is all a rehashing this age, and you go back to the Ram age, like, did that actually happen?
They got a lot of bulls in Egypt too.
Well, I'm curious on like the timeline of it.
I know that's what's fucked up. Everyone focuses in on their like specialty thing, and I think this is what Randall was saying, is that people who don't have a specialty in like a science, this is the way they can actually help with shit, is trying to piece everything together.
Put it all in order.
Specializes and looks at,
everybody's zoomed
up close on something, and someone needs to panoramic that shit and be like, all right.
Because technically the Ark of the Covenant would happen in the Ram age.
Right.
Because that's when the 10 Commandments and all that shit was happening.
That trivia show.
So is that real? Is that dude are the people are those priests in Africa really guarding this thing?
I mean, and there is some evidence for it. Like, with all those people, like, die really early with, like, eye cataracts because that thing's supposed to be radioactive. And it's like, well, what the fuck do they have in a temple in Ethiopia that's giving one eye cataracts and shit?
And it also fits...
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Ethiopia. That's what made Graham Hancock get into all this. He was just a journalist who was reporting for the news, and he was in Ethiopia, and a man outside a temple like said to him, like, this is where the Ark of the Covenant is, and he was like, huh? So he like mildly did some research and was like, all right, and like investigated it further, and then like 30 years later is just like Atlantis.
So the Ark of the Covenant wasn't there.
Well,
nobody's fucking been in there. Nobody's allowed to go in there.
You have to be like part of that priesthood from like your whole life.
The Ethiopian priesthood?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a good place to hide
They're
it. Nobody
Ethiopian Jews, though. There's like a weird
it's the only sect of like Judaism in Ethiopia, and that's
like left over.
Be a pretty good place to hide that shit.
Really makes you want. I don't know. And then it fits perfectly in the box in the king's chamber
that they try to call a sarcophagus, but doesn't look like any
nobody can fit in it. It's not fucking big enough. Napoleon probably. It's also got no hieroglyphs on it. There's nothing on it. There's nothing. Ain't bullshit.
Because it's bullshit. It's mechanical. It's device. It's not for fucking art. And
it's like that
worship.
It's like that other thing near the Great Pyramid. It's a temple, and all it has is those fucking boxes in it. All made of the exact same granite, and it's all fucking laid out as if it's like a circuit board. Perfectly level. So like fractions of an inch, these boxes are perfectly level.
They did it with pounding stones.
Chiseled out like they fucking took a rock and chiseled out a rectangle inside with perfect 90-degree angles. Everything's perfect.
The guy who was on Rogan from Uncharted X was saying when you go to the quarries, there's like the old quarries, or there's the new quarries that you'd like walk to first because I guess they're closer. And he's like, it looks like a quarry. You know, people are like hacking rock out of shit and it's whatever. He's like, and then you go to the old quarries and it looks like people scooped rock up out of, like, it's just like
slice, block.
Like those like foam, like those like little briefcases like a gun would be in where it like fits perfect. You know, it's like that. Like they just took out those
like a
particles.
styrofoam
3D cutter or something.
Like a styrofoam cutter, that like wire that gets real hot, and they just slice styrofoam up.
Except for fucking quartz and shit.
You got like plasma cutters and shit. I mean, I think you can do that.
Hey,
I think
I'm pretty sure they had a plasma cutter.
Not plasma, but vibration.
But no, yeah, that was my.
Did you get the thing I sent you about giants this morning?
No,
I can't remember.
I don't think you sent it to me.
I might not have. I think that was when Mouse jumped up.
Yeah.
But
Wet head.
there was some place in Wisconsin, I guess. I mean, it was the same story over and over with the giants, where they have a newspaper article, giant bones discovered here. In the article, like most of these fucking things say, someone from the University of someone from the Department of someone's going to come examine in a few days. And after that, they're never heard or seen from again. It's all fucking fact and real. It's in the newspaper. Everyone
The person never heard of? Or
No,
the bones?
the bones.
Oh, okay. I was
Like-
gonna say, Jesus.
like the town knows about it. Like everyone's like,
Everybody knows
wow,
about
what a
it.
cool discovery. Like putting our town on the map or whatever in the 1800s and shit.
And then they're gone.
Then person comes in, like
Yeah.
was reported, and then now it's not a story anymore.
And then someone brings it up, and they go, "What about those giant bones?" And they go, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, now it's not.
And
a
they're
thing
like,
anymore.
no. They found giant. Here's the article, and it's like, no, that was all bullshit.
So where that
We didn't have
article
it. No,
was
they,
from,
they weren't real. They were molded.
it was a place in Wisconsin, and they had at least 3 that I saw. They said there was 20 earthwork mounds, like Snake Mound.
Yeah.
Like it was
Serpent
just
mound.
different animals, fully like raised up out of the ground in like big mounds. Had a full blown like Cahokia mound, like big ass one, where it's just like it's mounds, bro.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's fucking water under those things too. Like
Ooh,
how
like
all
an
the
ancient spring.
yeah, that is what I mean.
How old was the article? You know?
1800s.
1800s. That's like when
Oh.
all this shit happens. Is
It's like 1800s to like the early 1900s.
yeah, when we're like building shit and we're just
Yeah.
like, huh, more bones, and then someone's like, oh, come down and examine that, and then
Pre-Federal Reserve.
That'd be wild. Cause like, I would fucking call that place right now and be like, "Yo, what happened with that shit?"
Where is it? Show me the bones.
everyone says it's just Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Smithsonian.
It's like the Paiutes. All the Paiutes had those giant stories. All the bones, all the articles were posted. Nothing was.
It's the same thing as the flood when it gets to a certain point. Like, you can't have this many different cultures separated by this much space, all having the same fucking story that
And-
agrees on, like, these details that then get fucking corroborated by physical evidence. In the cave that they said they fucking, all the Native Americans who were warring with each other, they teamed up to get rid of the red-haired giants because they were fucking them up so bad, the cannibalistic red-haired giants with 6 fingers, 6 toes, 2 rows of teeth. What did they fucking find in the cave that they moved them into and burned down? Fucking, like, spears tied off with red human hair or human-ish hair.
And that's because once the cave collapsed, they found all this bat guano in there. And bat guano is used for like
Explosives, right?
that or like
Gunpowder or something.
gunpowder, something like they use it for something. So they started excavating all this bat guano, and then they found all these fucking bones underneath all this shit because for thousands of years,
Just shitting on it.
yeah, bats were flying because the cave collapsed. So all that was able to get in there was bats.
Oh.
And now, anytime they find it now and they can't sweep it under the rug, they say, like, oh, this unfortunate person must have just had, like, gigantism or whatever. And someone
It's
did
like there's 40 people with it.
That's what the guy said. They're like, in the history of time that we've known about gigantism, we've recorded this many cases of it. That is like a fraction. It's this less than 100 or less than 1,000 number compared to like all these examples of finding odd-sized bones and shit. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would very much like to go to what's it called, like Grand Canyon or some shit,
Yeah.
and just like go snoop
See
around,
some
go
Stargates
like,
or something.
yeah, just go like try to do some of that shit.
I would like to get like a tour from like a native person, like an elder or something, where like where like they bring us through and like show everything, and then at some point be like, hey bud, we're not like normal white men.
Yeah,
like
we're
not
let's
normal.
let's
white men.
maybe give me your origin story. Tell me why the white man is a piece of shit. Like give me the don't hold like we're not
I'm
a
not
fucking
a mom from Kentucky.
yeah, we're not
like,
a tourist family. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit.
Give
I'm
him some
not worried about you
ayahuasca.
putting some bullshit.
I'm looking for the truth.
Yeah. How do the Stargates work? Now, sometimes I do go back and think about like high school and just resent my history class when feeling like,
bullshit. We're never taught anything.
We got here's presidents, you know that, and some wars happen. We're obviously right about those. Other people were bad, and then that's about it. And
I had one good college history class where the dude like actually went into like Sumeria and like all these like ancient civilizations, and I was like, oh, so like you're not like, I mean, he didn't say like all this bullshit, but like he brought up the Epic of Gilgamesh and all this other shit. And I'm like, oh, cool, okay, so you're still doing shit.
That's what I was thinking about when you talked about
the bull.
Well, not
the Age of Gilgamesh.
Well, just
when he killed the bull.
Where would Gilgamesh be if that's the oldest like recorded story? Would it be the bull?
End of the bull into the goat. That's what the symbolism is.
So that's
end of the bull into the ram.
Oldest recorded story.
Or no, I'm sorry. He kills a lion, doesn't he? Not a bull.
Kills a lot of shit.
I don't know. The picture's him holding up the lion because that's what they use for size because they think he's big too. Like how the Sumerians are depicted so much bigger. So he's got to be out of the lion into the next thing.
Into the crab?
I can't see
the crab. We're crab people now. Gilgamesh and
Life's
and
a clam.
Killed the bull.
Don't say that.
Killed the bull of heaven, which the gods decided to sentence him to death. Sends the bull of heaven to punish Gilgamesh.
Yeah, then him and Enkidu fucking
each one is 2,000 years or so.
I wonder if Gilgamesh, because it's Gilgamesh and Enkidu.
Yeah.
I wonder if those line up with the twins, and the bull is just the turning of the twins into the bull age.
The comic of Gilgamesh I read, he had a twin, but I don't know what the real story is.
He did not have a twin per se, but I mean they were like brothers. He just basically found a dude in the wild that was like fucking crazy and like fought him, and then it's like, you know what, I like you.
We're brothers.
So in the comic I read, they were brothers, but then they were separated at birth, and then he does find him.
It's been a while, so that might have been the
Mother
case.
Of Gilgamesh adopts Enkidu as her son.
Yeah.
Seeks protection from the sun god.
Jesus.
Samash.
Jesus.
Jesus. We got Jesus here. He come down with his thorn crown.
Because is there a story older than Gilgamesh?
Well, that's like, so he's from like Sumer and like Babylon, like that era. So that's the earliest civilization we know now, I guess. So stories go back longer as far as like Native Americans and stuff.
Written, I guess.
But I think that's like the first,
That would
that's post-flood.
Mm-hmm.
That would almost make sense because if that's in the twins era, 2 ages before would be the lion, which would be when that Sphinx is built and all that shit. So we don't have documentation on that. Who the fuck knows what happened between that age
all of
and that
Egypt,
age?
No one writes down who built the Sphinx.
Maybe Sumeria really started kicking in like the twins era.
Because
that's where Gilgamesh and all that shit comes from.
I
don't know.
What pops up out of the flood. So like shit's happening before then with Atlantis or whatever. But then it's like that's the first spot they go to help rebuild civilization is Sumer. But then, like you said, the Sphinx and the pyramids are already there still.
Yeah, because the Sphinx looked like a lion and it's facing Leo.
On the solstice or equinox or whatever.
Yes.
How about that crown of thorns shit though, bro? Fucking fucked.
Crazy. It's fucked up.
I'll be honest, I do not see the crown of thorns.
Sun rays.
Hold on, I got you.
I don't really see it.
I got you. Hold on. Don't worry about it. You'll see it. Right there. Look at it.
See, there I got it in the old picture. But like,
look up Jesus. I don't know, man. Where do crabs belong? Water. What's in water? Atlantis. Atlantis is the crab.
Aquaman.
That fucked up though. Shit's interesting. It really makes you wonder. This fucked me up. Look at that. That's all that symbol is. It's the cross with the circle around it. I don't know, man.
That is crazy. Crazy.
Because what's every fucking culture got in common back in the day? Looking up at the same sky.
Mm.
That's what we were saying. You didn't have TV, you didn't have entertainment, you didn't have bullshit. All you had was a fire, and you were sitting looking at the stars. And why wouldn't you go? Because if you already know about these constellations, you know about these anthropomorphized like people up in the sky, and it's
and
like
you want to teach your kids about them.
So why wouldn't you sit down and go, hey, when you get older, you're gonna need to know how to plant crops. You're gonna start planting crops when when the sun dies on the cross, you'll know, and then after the third day, it's going to start rising. You know this because the 3 wise men come, they follow the star, and they are seeing the rising of the Son of God.
That's like the thing with Native Americans that we can still, like, because, like, Aborigines and stuff, like, the longest running, like, unbroken civilizations and stuff, where it's like, that's what they do.
Because it's not like...
They don't write shit down.
It's not like you got a calendar nailed up in the cave, and you're like... Cool. Okay, it's the 23rd.
Yeah, you're not taking notes like, oh, when this star goes here, do this. It's like, I got to remember this shit.
Yeah.
You just look up and you go, oh, okay, cool. Those are lined up. Okay, cool. It's going to start getting brighter out. It's going to start getting warmer.
Makes you want to get a bunch of drones and, like, go over those African or Amazon villages that haven't had contact and be like, we are your god.
Bro, I heard some...
Well, that's what Rome basically did.
I heard some fucking...
They're like, it's a man.
Bro, I heard some fucking crazy thing about the North Sentinel Island. Some dude was on Rogan talking about... North Sentinel Island?
The fuck is that?
That's that island off the coast of India.
Oh, like you're not allowed to go to?
You're not allowed to go there. They kill everyone who goes there. I think that missionary tried to make contact a few years ago, and they fucking speared him, right? So
they killed everyone else, but they'll know I'm spreading the word of God and won't kill me.
So so they broke off from Africa 60,000 years ago, have had zero contact. They know their island, but they're owned. What?
Well, their island broke off. Like their stories have to be horrific. Of just I bet any moment the ground can fucking the ocean could take you away.
Yeah, I'm sure it's crazy, but like they're technically owned by India. India has a law saying that you cannot land there unless you do it illegally. So it makes you wonder.
It's quite a law.
Yeah, right. It makes you wonder if North Sentinel Island is us on a smaller scale when we look at aliens. Maybe we're owned by some intergalactic race, and there's a law in place.
Bro, it's like Men in Black at the end with the marbles.
That we can't land. That they can't land on this island. So the people on North Sentinel, they see all these planes going over. They see people come close, and they look. They fucking kill a couple people, and they're like, "Damn, these people are. I don't even know where they come from. They don't even know that
guy wasn't even black. What the fuck was he?
They don't even know that like
that ghoul
that like fucking India owns them and shit. So maybe we don't know that we're owned by some extraterrestrial race or some shit, and there's a law because we're not evolved enough, so they can't land on us yet.
It could be. I mean, we are pretty fucking stupid.
It makes you want. I don't know.
We are pretty fucking stupid.
We see all this shit in the sky, and we're like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, that's just them flying by. It's a fucking whatever.
I told you I almost crashed my car looking at 3 planes that I thought could have been UFOs. I've never seen 3 planes moving in fucking unison like that.
Well, it's crazy just like how, like, if you turn on the news, like, they'll just straight up say, like, yep, UFOs are real. And next, we have the dog show. It's like, what? Can you go back to the fucking UFOs? Yeah. I think you brushed over that one, buddy.
No one gives a shit.
But meanwhile, like, fucking, if you get, like, I think I have, like, some bullshit amateur UFO footage, they'll throw that shit on and be like, this is crazy, and run with that story. But it's like, they actually have evidence, kill it.
I saw some video that they were using apparently there's some like UFO app where you can just put UFOs in the sky, and apparently the news was just using that app for one video. And some dude found it and was like, yo, I have the same app. Fucked up.
Idiots.
I heard you had a Ricky fall.
Bro, I fell so bad in my closet where my smoke is. I think I have all those bags of edibles in there. I think I was a little fucked up already, and I stepped in the bag of edibles, so then I fell into the wall, but it wasn't the wall, it was the clothes hanging. So then I just like kept going, and then it's not like a steady table, it's all those boxes on top, so I'm like clearing out the thing, and
it was more of a Leahy fall.
Yeah, and then my rig has like water in it and stuff, so like shit's spilling, and like I can't like get myself right because I can't push off of the wall because I'm just trying to push off clothes and I keep fucking moving.
Someone had some jelly beans.
I wish.
That's funny as fuck.
I think I was off the kratom.
Fucking animal.
I watched
Last
Black
of the
Adam
Beans tonight.
How was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
It looked. I mean, I was expecting. You guys gonna watch it? I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I'm
highlight
going
reel it at some
to. I
point.
want to watch.
I thought-
Dr.
Fate.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying to
He's the gold mask dude.
Yeah.
He was cool. He had some cool parts.
It's really the
he had
only
really
thing I
cool
wanna
powers.
watch. He looks really good from the preview.
I didn't know
saw.
I didn't know who the fuck he was, and then he's doing this cool magic shit, and he's like,
I'm sure it's people who are fucked in the head are like, "Does rip off Doctor Strange?"
probably.
No.
Fucking murder them.
Dr. Fate is one of the oldest fucking superheroes in the world.
Way cooler than Doctor Strange.
And I love Doctor Strange.
I do like that he can touch his helmet and see, like, he has visions and shit.
Because his helmet is someone else.
So that was the other thing when they were like, his helmet is 2,000 years or
Naboo.
2 million years old. Blah blah. Blah. His helmet's Naboo.
Naboo, yeah, one of the lords of water.
Nibiru.
You should watch Young Justice. That's the one I said that's like an actual show you could watch like through and through. It's not like, episode here and then like underlying thread. Like Young Justice you could watch as like a legitimate program.
Yeah, it was a story.
Yeah.
No, he was good. They had this black dude as a hawk. He was
Hawkman.
He was okay.
I feel like you knew that, and even if you didn't, you could
I didn't
pieced
know
it together.
I didn't know his name was Hawkman, but he was
It wasn't
okay.
black dude that's a hawk.
He was all right.
He was all right.
You didn't look at Jason Momoa. He's like, yeah, he's like a water fish guy. You were like, Aquaman.
Christian was calling him not him. He was calling Black Adam the Black Adam. And it's not-
Black Adam?
The Black Adam. And I really liked it.
She should start doing that for Batman. That's who
Batman.
deserves it.
The Batman. The Black Adam.
I love that
But
so
no,
much
I was
in old
expecting-
comics for Batman and Superman.
The Batman.
The Batman for fear and the Superman for how incredible he is.
Oh, but fuck the Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Marvel was
adjectiving
everything up.
You're right.
But no, I was expecting The Rock to be doing some really cool shit, and he does. But the movie builds you up to like really cool shit, and it's like, wow, he's fucking strong. He's doing all this cool shit. And then they have these breaks of bullshit, corny comedy that just ruins the entire movie. Like
when you're trying to copy Marvel and
Bro.
they have their blueprint down. They're part of Disney, so they get Disney mouth breeding fuckheads to
I almost turned it off halfway through.
fucking choke down popcorn.
We had like 50 minutes left, and I turned to Christian. I was like, "Are you liking this?" She goes, "The comedy's kind of weird." And I go, "Thank you, yeah, me too." Like this movie's kind of dog shit. And she was like, "Well, let's see where it goes." I'm like, "All right." There was a cool like demon guy at the end. I thought that was nice.
Really?
It was like, yeah, just a full blown fucking demon. He was cool as fuck.
Did he have a name?
Etrigan, the demon.
Did he rhyme?
So Black Adam, his origin story, he killed some king or some shit.
In Egypt or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever city they're in. And then it goes on, someone from his bloodline turns into a demon.
Nah.
Not my demon.
Nah. Yeah, not my demon. I don't give
I don't
a
know.
fuck about that demon.
I don't
Not
know.
no Jason Blood.
No, it's probably not who you're expecting him to be. I assume this is all made up, but
Yeah.
Sounds weird.
it was a cool demon. He had a cool part.
Oh.
I know the cooler demon.
He had a pentagram ripped into his chest.
Is it Blaze?
I don't know.
Blaze.
I couldn't tell you. Look up
Sounds like a 90s character.
Maybe I'll watch it
look up
later.
Black Adam Demon.
I know. I'll watch it.
Okay.
That actually might be enough for me to just. I have some level of intrigue now.
Yeah, there was the fight at the end was kind of cool.
Listen, if you're saying Dr. Fate's cool, I'll watch it. That's what I need out of it. Black Adam, I don't need
He
to be
had some
that
cool
cool because
parts.
I'm gonna see him as The Rock the whole time, so it's never gonna feel fully like.
Yeah,
Black
he was
Adam.
all right. He
If
felt
he's
like
serviceable, it's fine.
He almost felt like there's a kid in there that I can't fucking stand with a skateboard. You'll see him in the beginning of the movie.
I watched like the first 10 minutes. I know what you're talking
He
about.
basically fucking controls Black Adam with his mom. It's fucking weird. But
Nice.
other than that, I mean,
That's how movies work.
there's some cool parts, but I wouldn't
They
watch.
suck.
I wouldn't watch it again. Put it that way.
Well,
I got what I wanted
just
out
kill
of
some
it.
time. I can do that. I can do that.
If they would cut the bullshit comedy out and actually just do a fucking serious movie for once, It'd be good.
Well, I don't know about for once.
Or I mean, I guess, yeah. I get them confused with Marvel.
Yeah, let's make Black Adam funny after we fucking forgot to have Superman smile for 3 movies. Is his name
Death Adam?
Death Adam?
Death Adam? They were calling him something in the beginning.
I mean, maybe his like Egyptian name could translate to something. Okay. I know he's got an Egyptian that's like a Tamu. It's like Adam, but you know.
He keeps trying to work in a catchphrase that the kid tries to tell him. It's weird. Yeah, there's real...
Because they're trying to make it, like, the kid and the parent want him to be a hero, and he wants to be more, like, just
he doesn't see himself as a hero, and you learn why at the end of it.
Well, he's not a hero.
Yeah.
He's a hero to his people.
You're probably not going to like it. I'll be honest. You're not going to like it.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah. Yeah, watch it tonight, because I'm curious what your take is on it.
Maybe I will.
I watched some garbage over the weekend that I did not like.
What was it?
Air your grievances.
That Logan Paul fight.
I heard that was...
whatever the fuck that was.
Oh,
didn't he lose?
Jake Paul and Tommy Fury?
Yeah. Fucking wild to me that the co-main was like a title fight.
Or did you see the one fight that was like 2 ladies in headgear?
No.
Bro. Everyone was joking about like this is on the Jake Paul undercard, and it was, I'm assuming, amateur bout because they were in headgear. And there was like some fairly big weight discrepancy, so I don't know if someone missed weight, but I mean, it was local amateur MMA striking dog shit of like whiffing and then like being off balance, and then that person can't capitalize, so you're both just whiffing off each other's misses.
It's wild.
Like a street
wild.
fight.
Yeah.
I mean, but with headgear, so you're like, huh.
That's wild.
But then again, like I said, they had a 12-round fight as the co-main, and then they had fucking... his fight, which went 8 rounds. Why? Who the fuck wants to watch that for 8 rounds is beyond me.
Listen, bro.
I'll be generous.
Removed from that shit.
I'll be generous and give Paul like he could be a 4-round very
I would
bottom
hope so.
of the barrel.
3 years into training with the best people in
Like,
the world as a fucking athletic
Christ.
peaked person.
But
like,
even fucking Tommy Fury is like, you're a 6-round boxer. Like, you're not even an 8-round boxer.
well, I did feel bad.
How's he do? How's he?
Tommy Fury?
He was good. He
Is
was
he
fine.
Tyson's Fury's brother?
Yeah, he's his
Is that a
little
dumb
brother.
question?
He's fucking 23
Oh, yeah, they are
years old.
related.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
So
so
that's
much
what I was
smaller.
going to say. It's like, I do kind of feel bad that, like, Tyson Fury has to, like, stand by his brother and be like, of course he's going to smash him. And then probably turns around and like, if you make me,
swear to God,
you
like-
make us fucking look. You ever watch The Dad? The Dad's
Oh
funny
my
as hell.
God, yeah.
The Dad is funny. You'd like him.
Fucking
John
scary
Fury.
too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is he just like, why are you doing this bullshit?
He's like one of those 50, 60-year-old guys that like never loses like the ability to fight.
Really?
So he's just 60, but has like his man strength
Like
keeps
just
stacking.
gypsies that just beat the fuck out of each other for fun.
Yeah, he would savage a lot of dudes in like their athletic prime just
Really?
off being like
Really?
Yeah.
No joke.
Where are they from?
They're gypsies, bro. They're from Europe.
They're just European.
Yeah, the trouble.
I think they claim England like lately.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but like
The Fury family,
he's a
literally,
gypsy,
I think is
so
where they
the
live. But yeah,
trouble.
nomadic.
That's wild.
Got to be able to fight any fucking
Oh, yeah.
whoever's this town's toughest fuck. We got to be able to beat the hell out of them so they let us stay here.
Just a couple gritty motherfuckers.
That's wild.
You know what I kept being so upset at myself for thinking every time I would see that Jake Paul Tommy Fury thing? I couldn't help myself from because every time I see Jake Paul, I think like, God damn, is that guy ugly? And I don't say it like out of like being a hater.
mean,
I guess I
yeah.
have like other things that I do that for. I just like
was
I
ugly?
don't like that type of hair.
He did that to himself. Like
Yeah.
he didn't lose a bet.
I
Oh,
hate
Jake
that type
Paul?
of hair
Yeah.
on anybody. He's got like a terrible hairline. So then when the wind blows, he's got like the
gets
Donald
punched in
Trump
the
effect.
face,
Yeah.
yeah.
It flops up so much. Then like he's got dog shit tattoos. He's got a bedazzled knuckle duster he wears as a necklace.
What?
Yeah. Like
Jake
brass
Paul?
knuckles. Yeah, he's got like a bejeweled brass knuckles that he like took promo shots in, then he wears with his other necklaces. So then I kept fucking looking at Tommy Fury and being like, now that's a handsome guy. And then I'd also, no, shut the fuck up. Like, he just looks like a normal person, but like, he keeps being next to Jake Paul.
Well-groomed man right there.
Like, that's bone structure. Like,
proper.
That's a symmetrical face. The shoulders on this kid.
Where are the Paul brothers from?
America?
I would assume California.
More than likely California.
Probably. Okay.
Or at least moved there very early.
On that note.
You gotta bounce.
Times for work.
And that's that, folks. Just like that, we're out. In an hour. Hold on. And It's been an hour. Just like that, guys, we promise you an hour each week. You're not going to get anything less at the Stoned Ape Podcast. Like, subscribe to the normal bullshit, and you fuckers take care. Chicka-chicka.
Yes.